What is a Hall of Famer? What is a Hall of Famer? Honestly, I never really thought about that question really until about this year, mainly because of what happened recently with the induction of the 2021 class of NASCAR Hall of Fame. And it might not be for why you necessarily think. There was a lot of hubbub about Dale Earnhardt Jr. making it into the Hall of Fame, and yeah, that definitely made me think of it. So then I kind of looked at the at who were the candidates to kind of get in this year, and it made me even think even more with some of the names on that list. And honestly, I had a very very long video where I kind of talked about it, talked it through even. I don't feel like posting because it was just so long. I just kind of was rambling on, but I kind of felt like one point really stuck out to me above being being the legend, having the stats, like all that sort of stuff is, can you tell the story of NASCAR without this person? So in the case of this year, when you had guys like Ricky Rudd on the ballot, you guys had guys like Neil Bonnet, Carl Edwards, like some really big names for a lot of people's favorite drivers, and then you had Dale Earnhardt Jr. There was a lot of people that were like, why did Junior get in before a guy like say like Carl Edwards? And honestly, I think it boils down to what I was kind of thinking is, can you tell the story of NASCAR without Carl Edwards? I personally, like, if you had to condense it down, I think you definitely could. You could tell the story of NASCAR. You could skip over Carl Edwards, and honestly, like, you wouldn't be missing a ton. Now, try to do the same thing without discussing Dale Earnhardt Jr. You can't. That's kind of the thing. So while I do think at some point Carl Edwards should probably get in, he has the stats, he has a championship in the Xfinity Series, he essentially borderline has one in the Cup Series if it wasn't for the tiebreaker. I think he's good enough that he should get in. But if you put them next to each other, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards, I'm going to pick Dale Earnhardt Jr., and I'm not even like a huge fan of him. But when it comes to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, like, you got to pick the guys who tell the story of NASCAR the best, and I think that's Dale Earnhardt Jr. I think the same case with Ricky Rudd. I mean, he, in my mind, is a borderline legend. Like, he was around the sport for so long. I mean, he won, well, at least one race a year for like 12 straight years or something like that. Never had a ton of like big winning seasons, but he was a very, very good driver. But again, it boils down to, if I'm going to tell the story of NASCAR, can I skip over Ricky Rudd and not miss too many of the big points? Like, honestly, I feel like I definitely could. And so I feel like next time, or at least probably next year, when they start kind of rolling out the names of who could be inducted, I feel like a lot of people should kind of maybe have that mindset of not just who's my favorite. Because, like, honestly, like let's say you take, for instance, Jeff Burton right now. I really like him. He has a decent amount of wins. Do I think he should be in the Hall of Fame? I honestly don't even know if he should be in the Hall of Fame ever. Some people might be mad at that, but I feel like he hasn't done enough to really put himself in there. Now, maybe with his broadcasting career, he could become like guys like Buddy Baker, or like Benny Parsons, even though he's a Cup champion. Like, some of the people that, like, maybe their status as a driver could almost put them in, but then the broadcasting stuff puts them over the top. But if a guy like Jeff Burton can get in, like, why can't a guy like Ryan Newman get in, or like Casey Kane get in? Like, honestly, I feel like why isn't Greg Biffle in consideration when he has a truck championship and he has an Xfinity championship? Like, I feel like if you have two championships in NASCAR's top 3 series, like, you should have some real consideration. And then at that point, it boils down to, okay, with this class of people, can I tell the story of NASCAR without this person versus this guy? And so I think that's going to kind of be how I think of it, like, from now on. I'm going to kind of set my personal likes and dislikes aside and say, could you tell the story without them? And, like, as much as it pains me to say it, because, like, I hate this guy so much, but, like, Kevin Harvick, like, I hate him. Like, I do not like him at all. But should he be in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. When he's ready to be in. Like, a guy like Kyle Busch, like, you can't tell the story of NASCAR without Kyle Busch, or Kevin Harvick and that sort of thing. So I feel like that's kind of my stance on it. I know there's a lot of people up in arms about Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting in. I just think that's the stupidest thing ever because like I said, you can't tell the story of NASCAR without him, where you definitely could with guys like Ricky Rudd, Jeff Burton, Neil Bonnet, Carl Edwards, all that sort of stuff. So with that said, looks like I cut this video about in half from the one before. I kind of want to hear what you guys think. If you want to leave a comment down below, if you think my mindset's right as far as why I think a guy should be in the Hall of Fame versus not, or if you're going to be picking from a pool of people who should get in before the other, that sort of thing. I'd like to hear what you guys think. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it here. That way I don't ramble on even more. So tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.